Oh my god, I can't believe we're actually getting a Last of Us series by HBO. I mean, what kind of dimension is this? Like, what? So, if you haven't heard already, right, some big news happened, and this is some crazy news. So, the critically acclaimed game, The Last of Us, right? Oh my days, one of the best games I've ever played in my life, and one of the best games I'd say ever made, is getting a series on HBO. If you had told me this a couple years ago, I probably still would have been excited, but I would have had a lot of reservations because video game adaptations were just not it back then. But nowadays, with the likes of the movies Detective Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog, and with the series The Witcher, even though that's based more on the books than the games, we're seeing a shift in video game adaptations whereby people actually really want to make not just very good movies, but movies with a lot of heart and character of the original source materials from the games. So it's so exciting to hear that The Last of Us has been turned into a series, and it's even more exciting to hear that the writer who's going to be producing the producer is a producer from the hit series Shinobu. Now, I haven't watched Shinobu, I'm not gonna lie. I was planning on watching it when HBO Max comes out, but I heard that it was one of the best series ever, and it's just amazing in every single regard. So me hearing that The Last of Us is going to be taken care of by that said producer, who is also a big fan of the original game, and also with Neil Druckmann, who is the creator and creative director of the original game, that's going to partner with him in order to turn this series to life, I'm over the moon, because I feel like they're going to really kill this one. The thing about The Last of Us is the game itself is pretty much a movie with video game elements. That's how I would perceive it. So it's one of those games where, as fans, we've always wanted to be at least a movie, because we know that it's already a very cinematic game, that it will translate very well to a film. We did get something kind of like that with Logan, but it's not The Last of Us, so we can't really say it's the same thing. So hearing this is going to happen, I'm over the moon, and I really can't wait, and I'm really excited for what they're gonna show us. Please cast Hugh Jackman as Joel, please. The only problem is Ellie. Now, what has been going around on Twitter is that people want the girl from Booksmart to be Ellie, and she would have been perfect, yeah, 5 years ago. I think she's a little bit too old to play Ellie right now. I mean, maybe 19-year-old Ellie in Last of Us 2, but definitely not young Ellie. So in this regard, I just want them to cast a no-name as Ellie and see where that goes, and give her the light that, Eleven gets from Stranger Things, and the girl from Logan got in Logan, well, X-23. And yeah, I just want to have a no-name come in and take the role and make it her own, and see what we get with that. This is a really interesting direction from HBO, because I feel like they looked at Netflix, looked at The Witcher and how popular that got, and also Naughty Dog and Sony looked at The Witcher and saw how the sales increased of that game just from the series, and thought, this might be a good idea. So yeah, overall, I'm excited. I think this is a very good idea, especially turning it to a series, because as a video game, there's so much content that happens in the game, especially with The Last of Us, and it would make more sense to have it fleshed out in a series than to cram it and remove important details in a movie. HBO, in my opinion, were the people who started this whole big budget cinematic style TV shows before Netflix, with stuff like Broadwalk Empire and even Game of Thrones. So the fact that we're getting this with Last of Us is perfect, and I think that this was the best idea that Sony's ever had. I really can't wait to see what Sony does with not just The Last of Us, but with the Uncharted movie. and to see what PlayStation Productions does in the future with a lot of their franchises, and to see where they go from here. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the Last of Us TV series. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who do you want to play Joel and Ellie, actually? I'm open to discussion in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you soon. Alright, peace.